Pastor Zach, bro. So yesterday, I have to tell you this crazy story. So yesterday, I took my dog out to the sewer, but then the fish tank broke. So then I went to mow the grass, and then my cat jumped on top of the sewer and then went into a cup and then later died.
Your cat died?
Hello and welcome to episode 115. I'm here with my squad today. And we're playing this game called On the Phone. And for all these cups, they have a task, but they don't know what task they have to do. They have to call somebody or some-place, and they have to do a certain task that is given to them. And the first person to start us off is P Daddy! All right, P Daddy, pick a cup.
No, not that one. No, not that one either.
Don't do that one.
Yeah, do that one. Yeah.
Read it out loud.
FaceTime Tucker and then ask him to call back later.
Oh, bro, this challenge.
All right. You better freaking answer.
Come on!
Call back.
We're calling him back. We were calling this guy back.
If you were at Culture Night, you know that we started a brand new series that we're going to go over through the month of May, and that is More Than a Moment. See, our lives are really made up of moments, and so many of those moments can change and shape who we are, and so we want to talk about how we can best process the negative moments in our life.
Hey, Tucker, what's going on, bud?
What up? What are you doing?
Not much. I'm in a meeting. I gotta call back. See you, bud.
We're going to continue that series today by talking about a guy named Jonah. So if you grew up in church or been around church for a while, you've probably heard this story before of Jonah and the great whale, or the great fish, or whatever. So we're going to look at that story again, and we're going to look at how one moment, one decision, dang it. We're going to look at that story together, and we're going to see how one decision in one moment changes his life forever, and how he has the opportunity to then make that decision right.
Up next is Drumroll. Alex!
Call the church and ask about their car's extended warranty.
Ooh, okay.
Like X-Church?
Yep.
X-Church? The church?
Who's gonna answer?
Someone on the phone. Put it on speaker.
Yeah, thanks.
Turn it up all the way.
Answered by an automated attendant.
Hi, I was just calling to ask about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah, this is Wendy.
Oh shoot, I am so sorry. Is there any way you could place a baked potato for me though to pick up?
Great, thank you, Alex. Up next, we got 4 cups left. Up next is Elijah! Yeah, okay, all right. Go.
Not that one.
Oh my gosh!
So we pick up the story in Jonah chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. The word of the Lord came to Jonah. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. Tarshish? He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish. Tarshish, to flee from the Lord. In one moment, God asked him to do something, and in a moment he chose to disobey. And on that trip where he's sailing away, trying to run from God, the ship gets into this crazy storm. He says, hey, this is my fault, guys, just chuck me overboard and everything will be fine. So they threw him overboard and he is swallowed up by a giant fish.
Call Walmart and ask for adult diapers.
Central Walmart, how may I help you?
Excuse me? I have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Yes, this is an emergency. Do you have adult diapers in your store?
Do we have what?
Adult diapers. Ma'am.
Adult diapers,
Yes,
like
yes, ma'am.
defense.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we carry those.
Okay, how much would those cost? Because I am slipping a gut right now. Okay, I'm about to let it
I
all
have no
go.
idea how to walk over, so just hold on.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
mean, I have no idea. I have to go look.
Okay, thank you. Could you please do that for me? I'm on a strict budget.
All right, hold on.
Thank you, ma'am.
On the other drum roll, up next, Maddie! All right.
FaceTime your parents and ask to speak to your pet.
This is a good one.
Hey! Hi, Yaya! Hi, Sugar! Hello! Dad, I have an important question.
Yes.
Can I speak to Milo? I have to tell him something very, very special. Hi, baby! Milo. Okay, Dad, you can't listen to this. It's a question. I have to ask him alone.
Well, do you want me to walk away?
Yes, please.
Milo.
Milo. Yeah, Milo. Did you eat all my socks? Milo, did you do it? I think he did. Yep, that's it. He proved it. Milo, you did it, didn't you? Okay, thank you for letting me ask that question, Yaya. You tell my dad he can come back. It's okay now.
Hey, your hair looks good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's that color. I like it. Oopsie.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
All right, love you guys.
But I wonder how many of us have ended up in the same kind of situation. Maybe not in a big fish. If you've been in a big fish, I'd love to hear that story. But I think because of a decision that we made in one moment, where maybe we chose to do something that we knew was wrong, or we knew probably we shouldn't do, but we just decided, I'm just gonna do it anyway. And then it ended up making our situation so much worse. That is the position that we find Jonah in. And what I think is so interesting is I'm sure that Jonah thought his life was over. I remember when I was your age, and I'd get in situations like this where I messed up and I'd get in trouble, or I'd, get caught at school for doing something I wasn't supposed to do, or my parents would be mad at me. It often kind of felt like my life was over. Like, well, this is my life now. Now I'm in trouble. Now I don't have my phone anymore. Now I'm not allowed to do this. And it's just, this is the end of our lives. But see, what's important is Jonah made a second decision after making a bad decision, because the reality is, once we've made a bad choice, once we've made a bad decision, there's nothing we can do to change it. All we can do is start from that point to start making better decisions. And that's what Jonah does. In Jonah chapter 2, verses 1 and 2, it says, from the inside of the fish, right in the middle of the bad situation he was in, from the inside of the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God. He said, in my distress, I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help, and you listened to my cry. You see, if you were at Culture Night, you remember that God sits with us in our prisons. When we're in the middle of a bad situation, he stays with us. And this is what Jonah is saying, that, hey, in the middle of this bad situation, I still call out to you, and you hear my voice. And right after that, Jonah is spit out of the fish onto dry ground, and then he has a second chance. Jonah chapter 3 says, and the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you. And I love this part. Jonah obeyed the word of the Lord and went to Nineveh. You see, as many times as we mess up in our lives, and as many times as we feel like we've screwed it up beyond fixing, we still always have the opportunity to go to God and ask for a second chance. And that second chance may not always look exactly the way we want it to. Like, Jonah still was in the fish. He still was there. It wasn't like, yep, that didn't happen again. He still was in the fish. That still happened. But we see his mindset shift to say, okay, I have seen that I made a bad choice, and I can't do anything to fix that now. But now I'm going to pray, and God's going to hear my words. And whatever that second chance looks like, I'm going to make a better decision this time. That one bad choice didn't keep him from eventually making the right decision and obeying God and making an impact in Nineveh that we see later on in this story. And the entire point of today that I want you to take away is that one bad decision doesn't determine your destiny. The same way Jonah probably thought that, man, I've really screwed up. Now I've been eaten by a fish, which who even knows what that was like. My life is over. I've screwed it up beyond what can be fixed. The same way that one bad decision didn't determine Jonah's entire destiny, your one bad decision, my one bad decision, our 100 bad decisions don't determine our destiny because of grace. God always gives us a fresh start to start making better decisions today, even if we made a bad one yesterday.
Thank you for joining us today for On the Phone, episode 115. We love you guys, and we will see you later.
Yes.